Ladies and gentlemen, our latest look at copyright stuff on YouTube. Let's have a think about Jim Sterling's copyright Deadlock.
And have a look at what I'm calling the copyright deadlock, which is my little pissy way of dealing with copyright claims put on YouTube by a bunch of bastards.
Essentially, the concept behind Jim Sterling's copyright deadlock is that if a channel receives a copyright claim for a piece of content, then the owner of the piece of content can get ad revenue from the person they're claiming against. Whenever the video is played, they'll run ads alongside it and the company makes money rather than the YouTuber making money. It renders the YouTuber ineligible to make ad revenue from the content being displayed.
It's not the best choice, it's Facer's choice.
Jim Sterling has a very popular show that he shows every Monday. In my point of view, there are only 3 news shows on YouTube: Drama Alert, The Philip DeFranco Show, and The Jimquisition. The Jimquisition being the most important one of all 3. When Jim Sterling was doing his show, The Jimquisition, he would find that very often he was getting copyright claimed for snippets of trailer footage that he'd display in his videos. Companies like Nintendo, Sony, Konami, they would all swoop into his video wanting money. The Jimquisition as a concept is something that I find quite interesting because he lauds it as an ad-free show, funded by Patreon. The thing is, in receiving copyright claims, that would interfere with the ad-free nature of his show, ladies and gentlemen, something which he sought a solution to.
Video after video, often for brief snippets of trailer footage claimed by Content ID, which doesn't truly affect my bottom line because the Jimquisition is ad-free and supported on Patreon. However, when a company like Nintendo or Konami chooses to monetize one of my videos, the ad-free nature of my show is compromised and I have to be the one telling people it's not my call. A game publisher gets to make money off my work even if I use a fraction of a trailer well within the bounds of fair use on a video I have no intention of monetizing.
His solution was to attempt to get as many copyright claims as possible on a video because, by his own logic, they can't all own it. And if they all attempted to monetize the video in question, it would essentially short-circuit the YouTube copyright system, resulting in no ads being run and no one getting any money because, by the AI's point of view, multiple people cannot own the one video, therefore multiple people cannot all get paid for the ads running on it.
It's a petty little trick at its core, but it's a trick that gives me no small amount of smug self-satisfaction. It's the copyright deadlock, and I stumbled upon it quite by accident with the Jimquisition episode Review Events and Boot Camps. This video was hit by 4 Content ID matches, 1 from Sony, 1 from Activision, and 2 from Konami. They tried to monetize the video and make a few extra pennies. However, no ads ever ran on the video. This is because Sony and Activision also had claims on the video, not monetized, and what are you gonna do? They can't all 3 of them own the video. So it is that the monetization attempt fails, and you get a nice side effect of highlighting how utterly absurd Content ID is that the 3 corporations can lay equal claim to a single person's original transformative work.
And so that would happen. No ads would run alongside his content.
And how messed up is that? In order to ensure the integrity of my fair use content, I have to quote-unquote infringe on more copyright. Provided I can predict when a video is being claimed, I can combat monetization attempts, but to do so, I have to get more claims, going out of my way to upload other companies' footage. And once you do that, you realise how fucking much you can now get away with. I mean, all sins are equal after that point.
And he could proudly state that his content was ad-free, funded by his patrons.
It's not the best choice, it's Facer's choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, in recently looking into this, ironically, on the copyright deadlock video where he explained the system, there are ads being run. Despite the fact that, whilst deliberately, he put several pieces of copyright content in that video.
If I want to talk over footage of The Hobbit, I can. If I want to play Status Quo right now, I can.
By my estimations, at least 3 pieces of music and 1 film scene from The Hobbit. This video would have, at the time, been copyright deadlocked and no one would have been making money off of it.
If I can't make money off my own fucking work, I damn well make sure no other fucker can.
However, now, there are ads running on that very video. So ladies and gentlemen, RIP to Jim Sterling's wonderful, brilliant, and uniquely charactered idea of the copyright deadlock. It would seem that YouTube and the corporations have found a way around such a system and are now able to monetize copyright deadlocked videos and give the monies back to the people who own the copyrights therein, even if there are multiple copyright claims upon a video. Whilst in the grand scheme of things, this deconstruction of the Jim Sterling copyright deadlock might not seem to be a major thing for some people. I personally would use the copyright deadlock on several occasions myself, looking at things from the angle of, I know for a fact my video is going to be copyright claimed from someone, so I'm going to put more copyright stuff into it, because if I'm not going to make money from it, I'll make sure that no one else can.
Content ID, rather than make me respect the rights of publishers, has driven me to outright piss on those rights. It's the only recourse I have, really. So long as I can get 2 claims instead of 1, nobody wins. Most importantly, those cockheads don't win.
This deconstruction of the copyright deadlock, I think, if anything, it's dealt a blow to my ego. But perhaps in future, I will just avoid using copyrighted content altogether and avoid getting claims wherever possible. Anyway, I have other videos in this end screen. Please feel free to go and give them a watch, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.